Your thoughts are lies. Mantras reveal truth. But what exactly are these powerful tools that can transform your reality? From Himalayan monasteries to desert oases, mantras became the cornerstone of meditation and spiritual practice. For generations, skeptics dismissed these practices as mere placebo effects or elaborate cultural rituals. The idea that simple sounds could fundamentally alter consciousness seemed implausible to modern science. But what if these ancient traditions held a key that science was only beginning to grasp? What if the whispers weren't just prayers, but precise commands to the brain itself? Modern neuroimaging technology has begun to reveal something extraordinary. When individuals repeat mantras, specific brainwave patterns emerge, distinct from normal waking consciousness or even simple relaxation. These aren't random fluctuations. The scans show remarkable coherence across different brain regions, particularly in areas associated with attention and emotional regulation. It's as if the mantra creates a neural symphony. The most striking finding contradicts the placebo hypothesis entirely. The brainwave patterns triggered by mantras show characteristics of an altered state, not just a focused state of mind. This challenges centuries of assumptions. If mantras create measurable, distinct neurological changes, they aren't merely cultural artifacts or psychological tricks. They represent a fundamental interaction between sound and consciousness. The implications are profound. For thousands of years, practitioners unknowingly harnessed a biological mechanism that science is only now beginning to understand. They weren't just reciting words. They were activating a brain hack. This isn't about dismissing spiritual traditions. Rather, it's about recognizing their scientific validity. Ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience are converging, revealing the biological basis for practices once thought mystical. The phenomenon extends beyond formal meditation. Studies show that even casual repetition of simple phrases or sounds can trigger similar, though less pronounced, brainwave changes in everyday life. This suggests the brain hack isn't exclusive to formal practices. It might be a fundamental property of human cognition, waiting to be activated through rhythmic sound and focused attention. The discovery transforms our understanding of both ancient practices and modern consciousness. What was once seen as mystical is now revealed as biological. The mantra's power wasn't in the words themselves, but in the resonance they created within the brain. In the 1970s, EEG studies found mantras produced unusual brain coherence, but the mechanism remained a mystery. Later, fMRI revealed deeper network changes, but the original experiment could not explain the mechanism. We upload videos like this every day. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Television. The original experiment's inability to explain the mechanism left scientists with more questions than answers. Future technology finally decoded the brain hack, revealing the neural pathways involved in mantra-induced brain coherence. This breakthrough opens doors to new understanding of the human brain and its responses to mantra-induced states. The default mode network, that constant chatter in your mind, becomes silent during mantra meditation. This neural highway quiets down completely. Self-referential thoughts, those endless stories about yourself, dissolve into nothingness when mantras are properly recited. This mental quiet creates space for profound experiences beyond the ego's constant narrative. Your sense of self temporarily dissolves. Simultaneously, the two hemispheres of your brain begin to synchronize, moving from their usual independent dance to perfect harmony. This synchronization creates a resonant frequency within the brain, much like two tuning forks vibrating at identical pitch. The mantra's specific sound vibrations hijack the language centers, bypassing rational thought and accessing deeper brain regions. These altered states of consciousness are not random occurrences but precisely engineered neurological responses to specific sound patterns. The neural pathways involved form a specific circuit that connects the prefrontal cortex with the limbic system, creating a direct shortcut to emotion. Future technology has mapped these exact pathways with unprecedented precision, revealing the hidden architecture of mantra effectiveness. This biological mechanism explains why certain mantras produce consistent effects across different cultures and individuals. The psychological impact includes reduced anxiety, increased focus, and a The ancient brain hack is no longer confined to meditation. Corporations have weaponized mantra-like repetition in advertising. Consumers find themselves drawn to jingles they barely remember hearing. Political campaigns employ sound bites as modern mantras to influence voters. These brief, repetitive phrases bypass critical thinking centers in the brain. The effect is measurable in polling data shifts. Future neural devices could directly implant these mantra effects without any conscious awareness. Imagine technology that bypasses your conscious mind entirely. This capability exists in prototype form today. The brain hack is now weaponized for mass manipulation on unprecedented scales. Entire populations can be influenced through carefully crafted sonic patterns. We're witnessing the evolution of control techniques. Advertisers discovered that repeating brand slogans at specific intervals creates neural pathways. These pathways become shortcuts that bypass rational decision-making processes entirely. The consumer feels the pull unconsciously. Political sound bites function as modern mantras, synchronizing brainwaves across populations. When thousands hear the same phrase repeatedly, neural coherence creates groupthink patterns. This explains election volatility. The technology to directly implant these effects is advancing rapidly. Neural devices could soon replace traditional advertising entirely. Imagine feeling desires created by external stimuli beyond your control. Mass manipulation through sonic patterns is already happening. Background music in stores, ambient sounds in public spaces, even video game soundtracks contain mantra-like elements. We're surrounded by this technology. Corporations discovered that mantra-like repetition creates brand loyalty at a neural level. The effect is strongest when combined with emotional triggers. This explains why so many ads feature music and simple phrases. Political campaigns use these techniques to create emotional responses before logical consideration. The sound bite becomes the emotional anchor for complex issues. Voters respond to the feeling, not the content. Future neural devices could deliver these effects directly to specific brain regions. Imagine technology that creates desire pathways without any sensory input. This is already being tested in clinical settings. The weaponization of this ancient brain hack represents a new form of social control. Mass populations can be influenced without their conscious awareness. We're entering an era of neural manipulation. Hi there! If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Smiling Face with Smiling Eyes Part 2 is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe for notifications. Loudspeaker.